The championship weekend is here. Welcome to the NASCAR SpideyDitko Cup Series championship finale from the Phoenix Raceway. 3 drivers going for the grandest prize in NASCAR, the Bill France Cup. We're going to waste no time here today, and we are going to be going over the full starting grid for today's 500 miles here in Phoenix. And of course, as said before, we all appreciate you for all the support. On the pole is Kyle Larson, and alongside him Chase Elliott. In the second row we have William Byron and Ryan Blaney. And then on the third row we have Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch will drive for Denny Hamlin next year in the 45 for 23:11. We have the championship points leader right here, Christopher Bell and Cole Custer. Cole Custer with a nice qualifying run. Then we have Joey Logano and also Kevin Harvick side by side with each other. And then we have Brad Keselowski in his final race for Team Penske. He will be driving the 6th car next year alongside Martin Truex Jr., last year's champion. Kyle Busch starting alongside Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman had a fast car during practice. We'll see if that translates into the race. Matt DiBenedetto will be leaving the 21 for Wood Brothers, and Ross Chastain will go to Trackhouse Racing's number 1 next year. Matt DiBenedetto will drive a truck for Rackley War. And then Ross Chastain's teammate is going to be Daniel Suarez in the number 99. Of course, this is Trackhouse first year, alongside Eric Almirola. Ryan Newman announced that he will not be returning to the 6. Of course, Brad Keselowski has taken that seat alongside Tyler Reddick. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will be returning next year, so will Chase Briscoe. Austin Dillon, Corey LaJoie, also returning in next year. Then there's Bubba Wallace and Christopher Buescher starting alongside each other. Eric Jones, Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell had a career year, first win coming at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Justin Haley will drive the number 31 for Colleague Racing next year in the Cup Series. Anthony Alfredo has announced that he will go back to the Xfinity Series, driving for Our Motorsports. That 38 car will be taken over by Todd Gilliland. Ryan Preece announced that he will be a Stewart-Haas Racing developmental driver. That 37 team will shut down by, of course, the year's end. BJ McLeod and his new team are making some moves. AJ Allmendinger, big win in Portland alongside Garrett Smithley. AJ Allmendinger will, of course, be in another full-time Xfinity Series season next year, and you can also anticipate him to make several Cup starts next year. Austin Cindric, just yesterday, he had a photo finish between him and Daniel Hemrick. He'll drive the number 2 car. He's already an Xfinity Series champion, so he'll be in the Cup Series for many years to come. Alongside him is Josh Berry, who won 2 races this year. He will be driving the number 8 car next year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And then ending things off, we have J.J. Yaley and also Joey Gase. These 2 drivers want to end off this season with a good run. Each of those teams is for Rick Ware Racing, of course, Front Row Motorsports. Enter the number 28 car. And now we're going to have a look at your race analysis. 38 cars have arrived here today. It will be 10 laps around the Phoenix Raceway. Kyle Larson, of course, is on pole, and 3 drivers are in contention. So just to recap here, the points leader is Christopher Bell. In second, it is Kyle Larson. Third, Ryan Blaney. Now Christopher Bell, what he basically needs to do is, the only thing he needs to do is to finish the race. He needs to not finish 30th or worse. As for Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney, they need points. And for Blaney, he might need to win the race. Here we go. Green flag out in the air, and they already fan out 4-5 wide. Oh, they make contact, the 2 leaders. Elliott surges ahead of Larson. He's going to take those extra bonus points here. Oh, Larson's going to knock him out of the way. Here comes Hamlin. Hamlin has a fast race car going in here today. Through 3 and 4 they go. Oh, we have a crash. And oh, Christopher Bell turned Joey Logano there, but all that started with the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Got into the 9 there of Chase Elliott, and then collecting the 41 and the 1 of, 41 of Cole Custer and the 1 of Kurt Busch. And Joey Logano got taken out of that late, got turned right there. He's waiting for his car to refire. Fortunate end for Kevin Harvick and, Kurt Busch. Both of those two drivers each respectively have won a race this year. Chase Elliott, the last week's winner at Fontana. And for Cole Custer, both for Cole Custer and Chase Elliott, they both crashed out of the first race of the season at the LA Coliseum, and now they wreck out here in the final race at Phoenix. Both for Cole Custer, he is looking for a better year next year. It's been a struggle for him. So now, as you can see here, we have had a bit of a knockout in of course the standings. When we come back around, we're gonna of course come back to 4 to go here, and it's going to be a dash to the finish. We're gonna see who will be the champion. Oh, Joey Logano giving his displeasure to Christopher Bell there, but that won't matter. Truex Hamlin leads us to the green flag. None of the championship contenders have gotten any points. But look at Blaney and Larson. Blaney and Larson won't win the championship here. Hamlin has led this race. Oh, they wreck each other. They wreck each other there. And we got a big crash behind there. Matt DiBenedetto. Kyle Busch rolls upside down. And then Joey Logano gets caught up again in another crash. There's Ricky Stenhouse, Ross Chastain. This is the final race for Chip Ganassi Racing in NASCAR. And both of their cars seem to be out. And William Byron with some damage. The 99 again of Daniel Suarez has some damage. And the red flag immediately comes out as the whole entire track is blocked. The other drivers in the back were fortunate enough to pretty much stop there. I saw Ryan Newman. He was a little bit in this crash, but I don't think he has any damage. But I really am interested to see what really, how this plays out. But pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney both wrecked each other, and they are out of this race, which means, and depending on how this goes, depending on how all this goes, Christopher Bell is going to be your champion. As you can see, here are the cars that have been knocked out of the race. Bad run from Matt DiBenedetto. Again, he'll be going to truck for Rackley War for the foreseeable future. Not even lasting until this year, actually. And then, as for all of these drivers, Ross Chastain, of course, going to track cuts next year. Going to be wanting some success. And coming back around, we are going to have a 2-lap shootout. This is not a... Well, this is going to be basically a green-white checkered right here, but not NASCAR overtime. NASCAR has stated that they would, if they really needed to, they will have an overtime restart here today if they really need to do it. That's only if they don't get to the white flag lap, and then they'll implement overtime. Here we go. Bowman gets a good jump. Bell's going to drop back a little bit there. 3 wide. You saw BJ McLeod and Corey LaJoie. They reach the white flag lap. Here we go. Hamlin, Bowman, side by side. Bowman, oh, he's going to spin Denny. Denny's into the wall. Bowman finally wins. And Christopher Bell is your champion. And oh, this should get interesting. Hamlin showing his displeasure to Alex Bowman there. Alex Bowman for Hendrick Motorsports, Ally Financial, gets the win here today at the Phoenix Raceway. Oh, wow. Alex Bowman, absolutely. Really, right there, both him and Hamlin were both going hard at each other on that final lap, and then it was just Bowman just got into the rear of the 11. I know for sure Bowman did not need to spin Denny out, but Denny Hamlin, of course, he will not see it like that. He'll of course think that Bowman knocked him out of this race. But Alex Bowman had a little bit of a kind of a rough year. All of Hendrick Motorsports had won a race, but now Bowman finally does. And for the third time in the year, Joe Gibbs Racing is going to win a NASCAR Drivers' Championship, and this time it is with Christopher Bell. Bell, of course, the 2017 Truck Series champion. Of course, drove for Joe Gibbs Racing and two full-time Xfinity Series seasons. Not won the championship there, but absolutely, what a incredible year for Christopher Bell. 4 wins and was consistent every single race. And Kyle Larson, in his year back, but I will mention the other championship contenders here, but in his year back, he, of course, said a racial slur during COVID in 2020, comes back and is in contention to win the championship. Pretty great there. And Ryan Blaney, I guarantee you, Blaney, he's going to get a championship very, very soon. As a matter of fact, those 2 drivers will get a championship here soon. But that right there is going to conclude, as of for now, the last NASCAR stop motion race from me. Hopefully that we will have another. We'll have something else later for you, but that will be it for me. I just want to say thank you all for the support and the views these last 5 years. Everyone have a good happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a New Year, and we'll see you all next time.